Retargeting website visitors with snail mail. What's happening? It's Eric J. Olson. I recently came across a website named modernpostcard.com. And what they do is they will give you a small piece of code that you can drop onto your website, very similar to a Facebook pixel and other pieces of code that you can get from other social media to track what users come to your website. But here's the twist of what they do that's different than, say, Facebook. On Facebook, if someone comes to your website, Facebook knows about it, and then you can pay for ads for Facebook to run to those same people. But with Modern Postcard, that code doesn't result in an online ad per se. It results in the company looking up the IP address of the person that came to your website and then doing a lookup on the physical address. And with the physical address in hand, you can now automatically have a postcard sent to them. So when I found out about this, I was like, oh, that's really cool. That could be of interest to us. Now, here's how it would work. Let's say that we are targeting lawyers, managing partners of law firms, which are our ideal prospects. And one of them happens to go to one of our websites, let's say arraylaw.com. Well, with Modern Postcards code on the website, we could find out the address of that person. And by the way, it's not 100% match. It's something along the lines of 30 to 50% of the website visitors, they can match with an address. But if we got an address, then we could have a postcard automatically sent to them. Now, what would the postcard say? It could say a lot of things. It could say, introducing Array Digital, the best digital marketing agency for lawyers. Or it could say something to the effect of, we noticed you came to our website. Thank you. Now, give us a call, right? Basically, it could be the intro to a sales funnel. And we could hit them up with lots of different postcards. Now, why would I, as a digital marketer who runs a digital marketing agency, be talking about postcards and snail mail? You know, I'm a big proponent of sending things in the mail. Now, I do not do it a lot, and I don't think that you should do that either. Many things are better distributed through the internet and email. But that's the thing. Most companies, since it's so much more effective to send stuff through email and through the internet, most companies ignore snail mail completely. It's gotten to the point where when you get snail mail, you're actually like, oh, look, here's mail. And you look at it, right? Now, I can't say the same thing for my junk folder in my email inbox or my promotions folder. Basically, when I go into those folders, I'm trying to delete as quickly as possible. Now, I may do the same thing with a postcard that comes to me, but if it's relevant, guess what? I'm going to linger. I'm going to look at that postcard, flip it over, and I'm going to read it. So at worst, it ends up going into the trash can very, very quickly. But in reality, the most likely reality is you're going to get a glance from someone who just went to your website, and they're going to look and be like, oh, Array Digital, I've heard of them. They may not remember they went to your website unless you're very specific on the postcard, but it's yet another touch point. And if you don't do something like postcard retargeting or Facebook retargeting or Instagram retargeting or LinkedIn retargeting or whatever, you only get one shot. That's when they come to your website, unless they actually, contact you. Retargeting is very, very powerful, and you want to do it in lots of different ways on lots of different platforms and media. Postcards is yet another one. We're undecided right now if we're going to actually implement this, but I just thought it was a really cool way of using technology. How much more successful would you be if you could harness the experience of a group of successful business owners? If you could learn from their successes and avoid mistakes they've made in the past. Array Mentors provides the framework and the guidance to help you find your way, get you on the right path, and accelerate your journey to more money and more success. Check out the details at arraymentors.com.